Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be doing my favorite video of the month, my Boxycharm. What's in the box? If you are new to my channel, or you just can't remember how I do my Boxycharm unboxings, I have a twist on how I do so many of my videos. But my Boxycharm videos, they are special to me. Because what I do is, yes, I go inside, I tell you what I got, I try on the products for a few days, let you know what I think, but I also go online and tell you what other actual users are saying about the products inside. Are they any good? Are they crap? Should we just declutter them and move on with our lives? I'm gonna get into all of that for you right now. As I'm getting into this video, first and foremost, I want to thank you guys so much for reaching out to me. Many of you know I just moved to Florida and we just had a crazy hurricane. The day I am filming this for you guys is actually the day after it hit Florida, and it is now moving its way up the coast. I am fine, but thank you guys so much for all of the DMs, the messages on my videos, the Instagram. You guys are the sweetest, and I am so grateful that you guys were just doing a check-in on me. I thought that was so kind of you. Now, what is on my face today? And ooh, I've already been swatching like crazy, as you can tell. What is on my face today and what I have been trying for you guys is every bit of this, including the face mask. And if you guys follow me on Instagram, you have seen me full S&M style with this little baby on. So let's get into this piece first. I saw Tati, I think she tried this product a while back, and I was like, okay, let's see. Let's give ourselves an opportunity to try this. This is the Detoxifying Charcoal Peel Paste and Lace Compression Mask. Sounds intense? It is. I did watch, Boxycharm has a YouTube channel as well, if you did not know, and Gabby tried this product, and she said that she felt that the tube that came inside it with the product was actually enough product that you could do this more than twice, because they do give you two masks in here, the lace masks, to go with this. So I kind of went off her recommendation and just kind of did it how she did it, but I still don't feel that was right. I think I should have used more of this product and focused on just putting on as much as I could that was going to be enough for one face and then save enough for another, because I feel like I didn't get the results I was hoping for. First, I put on all of this charcoal goo that felt a little bit like tar. She said that it was very, very cooling and very cold feeling. Mine didn't feel cold. Mine just felt like tar. Very, very sticky, kind of hard to spread. So I kept adding to it, put it in my troublesome spots, which is mostly on the nose, on this part of my face, but I also did put some on my forehead and on my chin. I think next time I'll try to do a little bit more, but I would definitely say stay away from your hairline. I definitely did that because I didn't know how the pulling effect would go. I waited almost a full 20 minutes to take this off, and then once I did, first of all, I mean, I kind of looked like I was in American Horror Story, and if you don't watch that, you have no idea what I'm talking about, but just know I'm totally right. It was so interesting to kind of like wear for a little bit, and I kept trying to press the mask into the goo, gel, whatever, to really grab on, so that way when I pulled it off, yeah, it was probably going to be a little painful, but I would get the most out of the experience. I found that this was very difficult to keep in the certain areas that I really needed it to be, even after it was dried down and still sticking to my face in some spots, whereas right here in this area, it wouldn't grab on. I kept pressing it, it wouldn't do it. So when I ended up peeling it off, I had a lot of leftover residue that I feel like was wasted. I feel like it didn't do enough because there was still so much on my face. So I am thinking I probably should have used more of the black bamboo charcoal to, like, I guess really grab on. Even though I coated it up, it maybe just wasn't enough, because when I took that whole mask off, I still had blotches all over my face of product that should have been peeled, but the lace didn't grab on to peel it. So be cautious of that if you're going to be using this. I do want to try this again. I'm so glad they gave us two, because it's kind of like the first round is like the trial run if you've never done something like this, and who has? Maybe you have. I have not. I think it did do a good job. I wasn't sure at first. I just knew my face was really red afterwards, but when I started inspecting the mask, and you know you do that, don't play like you don't check to see what came out. You do. I was checking it, and I think that it did a pretty good job, even getting like my pores cleaned out in places I didn't think it would, kind of like on my cheeks, on my chin, on my forehead. So that's why I was really disappointed that the mask didn't grab on even better to the product that I had laid down on my face. It just couldn't properly adhere. So my suggestion is actually apply more of it, but again, stay away from your hairlines. It's not this wasn't terribly painful, and I know some of you on my Instagram are messaging me saying, tell me how it is in your video, how painful was it? It wasn't terribly painful to peel it off, but maybe it's because I didn't apply enough. It just feels like you're ripping off a nose mask that's really like, you know, those nose strips kind of do it fast. Just kind of, yeah. Wasn't too bad for me, but I was red for a while. And that did give me a little concern because I'm like, how long am I gonna be red for? Because I was red for probably a good hour and a half, 2 hours. And it still was still like a pink then. But I mean, it's an exfoliant, so you know that's gonna happen anyway. But I think I like this. I like this well enough that I'm definitely going to do it again, and I'm definitely going to give you a follow-up review. You know how I do my quarterly Boxycharm reviews. I give you in-depth info. So let's see what other people are saying online. So I'm actually on the video that Gabby did, kind of explaining how she would do this mask. And Holly Justice said, I'm terrified to try this because I have peach fuzz. So I'm like, oh, I could see that. I think that's why I didn't come back here too much, because I kind of do too, back, like towards the back of my face. Susan said, I have it on right now, and I feel like a terrorist or a bank robber. Smells good, but my eyes watered when I first applied. Can't wait to peel it off. Oh, Barbara, you're actually on there. One of my OG subscribers. I see you, Barbara McDonald. She actually commented on here. Oh, and she's got some replies. So she said, I have seen and heard many women found the mask to be quite painful, but none of them pulled it off in a downward motion. I wonder if that helped. And that is actually on the recommendations. Smart, Barbara. On the instructions, it says, wear the mask for 15 to 20 minutes until dry. Gently peel off the mask in a downward motion. So that is a thing that I did do because I saw Gabby do it. So Chelsea replied to her and said, I tried it last night and it was great. It hurts if you have peach fuzz. So I use an eyebrow razor to get rid of all my peach fuzz before I do these types of masks. Smart. Very smart. So Boss Babe said, my skin must be super sensitive because it hurt like heck ripping that off my skin, but it does feel super soft now. It's like some people did not get this and they're pretty disappointed in that actually. That's so Megan said, I cried taking it off, but washed my face and used toner right after and it soothed it pretty well. My face kind of hurts to touch, but it isn't red anymore. Oh my goodness. All right, so let's go into the next product. And something else I want to talk about is another product that is not makeup. But I am so excited about it, and I've already used it twice and I love it so much. I told you guys recently that I got the Pharmacy Brightening Mask from my Boxycharm and I've been obsessed with it. So I was really hoping against hope that I got the other pharmacy product that was in the box this month. And this is the Green Clean Pharmacy Makeup Melt Away Cleansing Balm. I was so happy to get this and so excited. Because first of all, I've learned I really am liking Pharmacy a lot, but I've also seen where people are saying that this product is amazing to help take off makeup. No matter if you've got a smoky eye going, a full beat, a light beat, it's amazing. And no, I'm not sponsored by Boxycharm. I pay for my own box, so I get the fickle finger of fate just like you guys do, depending on what I get. But let's see what other people are saying online about it. Beauty and the Jeeps just said, I got mine over the weekend and I was so excited that I got the cleansing balm. This stuff is amazing. Gloria said, I received the Green Clean. I absolutely love it. It takes every last bit of makeup off with ease. Loved everything in my box this month. So Amy said, I got the Pharmacy Cleansing Balm in my Boxycharm yesterday and I love it. You're So Serious said, I got the Pharmacy and it is amazing. Absolutely love this balm. It took every bit of makeup off. Can't wait to try the rest of the box. So this is a huge hit with everyone. I am seeing a ton of people saying though that the this or that situation is not fair this month and they're kind of doing a lot of breakdowns with them. So I'm wondering if, I'm sure Boxycharm is hearing you because they're responding to people. So if you got the Briogeo, do you like it? I really love the Briogeo brand. All right, now let's talk about what is also on my face today. And I have to talk about the Pure Midnight Masquerade Face Palette. This palette is something that I was excited to try, excited to get, but also really wondering how the face pieces would work along with the eyeshadows. This little mirror is so cute. I'm like, yeah, you're not doing too much for me, but I've not seen a lot of people use this on their eyes. So I was mindful to make sure I put this on my eyes and my face. So I went over here into Twilight on the eyes and just kind of like built up a base just so I had somewhere to start. Then I went into Sneak Peek and kind of built that over in my crease and it blended really well. Super duper pigmented. I was surprised how pigmented it was when I was blending it. And then I took my finger and went into Mask Off, which is this really pretty green shade. And I thought that was beautiful and I really didn't have to do much else. And then on for my face, I thought that this Enchantment was a bronzer, but for some reason yesterday it just wasn't sitting right with me, and I agree with that again today, but I'll get into that in a second. And then I used Hidden Secret, which is a super pink peach coral blush. I'm gonna say this is very, very pigmented, and the press in these pans definitely has those tart vibes. Do you get that? Do you get that? I get that. What's on my hand today is a combination of two things. It is Enchantment over here that everybody was kind of calling a bronzer, and it does it could bronze. It could. It just has a very coppery feel to it. So for my skin tone, it didn't work great. And also some people are going to see that it's kind of got that metallic shimmer look to it. And they're going to be like, WTF. I'm going to remind you of something. We got this Pure palette earlier in the year. This is the Bronze and Brighten palette that if you're newer to my channel, you may not know I was obsessed with in the beginning of this year. Keep in mind that this bronzer is very similar. So it wears differently on the face than it looks in the pan and then it looks on swatches. This swatch down here is the new palette, which has more of a copper look to it. And this is the Bronze and Brighten palette that looks more like a bronzer. Also, you could wear these on your eyes, obviously. As far as a bronzer goes for me, I'm going to be sticking as far as what goes with the Pure palettes with the Bronze and Brighten because this is more of a shade I can pull off for a bronzer. And it is not as metallic-y looking on your face as it is in swatches. Keep that in mind. This does not work well for me as a bronzer. I'm wearing it today as a bronzer, and then I have on Hidden Secret again, and then I have on Twilight as my highlight. The highlight is okay. It's not like bang. It's not like here to the party like some of my other even basic drugstore highlighters are, but it's okay. I do like it more on my eyes for like inner corner, underneath the brow, things like that. I did wear Enchantment on my eyes today, and I also have Reveal on my eyes today. I built up my crease today with Disguise and 12 a.m. 12 a.m. is more on the outside out here. The fallout is kind of crazy if you're trying to use a brush. This really got all over my face. I'm just a creature of habit where I do face first and then eyes. I put on an eye primer today. I did not the first day, but I put on an eye primer today to kind of help with the, you know, the blending, kind of help with the eyeshadows. I was disappointed. I don't want to say that because I was really excited about this palette and I still will use this palette, to be clear. I was just kind of disappointed in the amount of fallout that I had. The shade Disguise with a brush hardly shows up at all when I'm trying to like build many of my crease. I tried packing it, I tried like dotting it, it just wasn't having it. So I could build it a little bit and then I went in with my finger and I was trying to get in the crease, but it's not the easiest thing to do with your finger. And then 12 a.m. was a little bit more pigmented with a brush, but I still had to go back in with a finger. Expose on my lid was the one that I was like, dang it. I went in with my finger immediately, didn't even try a brush and kept packing it on my lid, and I had to do it like 4 times to even get to the level of pigment that I was hoping for, considering, I mean, it looks so dang pretty. I was really frustrated that it took so many times, and I already kind of feel like it's wearing down because I had to blend over it a little bit. I'm wearing Showtime underneath my eyes here because I was trying to use as much of this palette as I could, and I wanted to do the Masquerade feel. I mean, if we're gonna get in it, let's get in it. But this was a lot of fun to play with. I really like my eye look today. It just wasn't as pigmented as some of the other shadows that are similar to this that I have in my collection because like these are very gem shades. Like look how pretty these are on the finger. I was so disappointed that it kind of takes more effort to build them even with a primer on my eyes. Let's see what other people are saying online. Maybe I'm just being picky. Okay, so Gwen Georgie said, am I the only one who doesn't like the palette? And she has 53 likes and 43 comments. Let me just kind of delve into this a little bit. I don't, it's kind of chalky, says Sam. Felicia says, hate the colors for sure. Cheyenne Lynn said, I don't either. It only has one matte shade. Like, how does that translate to endless possibilities? Because they say that it has endless possibilities with this palette because it's face and eyes. Jessica said, I'm right there with you. It has 0 pigmentation. And I did have to build a lot to get that purple in my crease. Some people are saying they don't like the color scheme of this palette. Okay, so Kendra said, I like it. The blushes and highlight are gorgeous. And I used the green olive eyeshadow as a lid shade yesterday and it was pigmented and gorgeous. I did like the green one, to be clear. It's not an eyeshadow palette that I can use alone, but considering I have tons of other palettes, I'm fine with that. Lee said, I like the blushes and the highlight, but that's about it. Grim Fatale said the palette is okay, more of a finger application palette. The brush eats the color. And that's the truth that I've kind of figured out too. Really, you gotta go in there with your fingers. Paige said this palette is terrible. None of the colors coincide to make a look come together. And the blushes are way too pigmented and shimmery to use as a blush. And this is from someone who loves applying too much blush. The blush for me really did kind of go ham too. No matter how I tried to apply it, I tried to go light with it. It just was like, boom, right there. I was able to make this eye look today. I used a lot of the purples and the silver. I like it. And then the blue underneath. Yesterday I did the green. I can make some looks with it, but they're bold choices. I mean, Masquerade is the theme. Sweets Candy said, I like the palette. It wasn't the worst, but I would have liked it if there was like 3 more matte shades instead of that pointless mirror. That way it would have been on fire and nobody would have disliked it then. Cassie said, I love this palette so much more than I expected. Gorgeous colors. So tell me what you guys think. Can you use it? Is it something that you would gravitate to at all, or maybe use pieces of? Like I said, as far as like a bronzer goes, I don't think I would use that one shade for a bronzer. I'd stick with this one. But as far as like eye looks go, I like it. I just need to be prepared to do my eyes first or powder my face because I had a lot of fallout. How much was this palette? This was a $38 palette. I don't know if it's worth $38. I'm gonna be honest with you, I've liked a lot of Pure products. I really, really have. And Boxycharm has paired with them so many times. I just don't think that this is like $38 worth. I would say more like 20 something. 2 more products to talk about really quickly, and the next one I'm gonna talk about is the Superhero It Mascara. I am on the fence about this. This is day 2 of me wearing this mascara, and it is not a bad mascara, but I don't get the hype compared to like my Essence Lash Princess, because my Essence Lash Princess gives me full volume, full lashes. This is good. I'm wondering if it's gonna age well. That's how I felt about the Tarteist mascara that we got before. Like I wasn't in love with it right away, but then like, I don't know, a week in, I was like, oh, I get it. So again, this is why I do quarterly Boxycharm reviews, because when you first try a product, first impressions are the hardest because you're like, I need to really work with a product before I can make a decision. So I like this well enough. It separated, it did okay, and it lasted a long time. I just didn't see any of like that volume that I was hoping for. My wand, is this normal? For those of you that have had this, is this normal? My wand is like crooked. It's like, look at that. It's like the tip is bent. Cup of Sammy Joe said, my favorite mascara of all time is in my Boxycharm. Jetpack MUA said, I'm so happy I could cry. This is my all-time favorite. This is one of my all-time favorite mascaras, says Sandra. Skylyn Renee said, this mascara gives me life. I got it in Sephora Playbox a while ago and it was only a sample size. So I'm so excited to have a full version from Boxycharm. Okay, so Christina Wilson said, this one is amazing. Makes your lashes look so full and long like you have on falsies. All right, I gotta keep trying this because I don't feel that right now, but that doesn't mean I won't feel it in the future. Sometimes the formula needs a little time to thicken up. I don't know, maybe I'm picky. First impressions are hard. So give me time, and a quarterly Boxycharm review, I will let you know my thoughts. Tell me your thoughts. You know I wanna know what you guys think. Okay, the next product I'm gonna be telling you about, I told you guys this in my Instagram stories. And again, if you don't follow me there, come play with me. It's a lot of fun. I sometimes give you guys sneak peeks of what I know I'm getting in the box, or when we trying on the products ahead of time before the film goes up. I knew I was going to be getting the Kat Von D Lolita shade, and so many of you private messaged me saying, oh my gosh, that's a great shade. You're so lucky. I'm getting this bright fuchsia pink crazy color that I'm not into. First of all, I was excited because I've never had a Kat Von D lippy, and I know that there is a lot of controversy about, well, everything in life, but Kat Von D right now. I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on, and if you don't support her, that's totally fine. I've heard a lot of people saying that they are going to pretty much like just toss it if they don't like her or her standard views on things. My big suggestion to you is, if you do not want this and you've not tried it yet, I don't care what the reason is, or any makeup that you get, I strongly suggest, instead of just throwing something away, donate it to a women's shelter. There are so many people out there that really could use just that little extra thing that maybe you don't want. I know I've seen a lot of YouTubers talk about this lately. We want our voice to feel heard, and we want our vote to count in some way. Express this instead of just throwing away perfectly good product that's never been used. Even if you don't like the person or the brand, consider giving it to someone in need that really could use it, and then just don't vote with your dollars to that person. Don't pay for something to Kat Von D if you don't like her. I am not going to kind of get into any of the drama stuff because that's not what my channel is about. I'm all about happiness and everybody just enjoying makeup and having a great day. So I'm just going to throw that out there, that if you don't want this, please don't throw it away. Find a local women's shelter that could use it, because you never know, that one piece of makeup could help her get a job. It could brighten her day. Just kind of keep that in mind. Just something to think about. Now back to the makeup. Kat Von D. This is a $20 lippy. I have never tried this, so I was really excited to get to try something that is not something I've ever tried. And for $20, I've never bought a lippy for $20. I just can't. I haven't done it. So I'm pretty excited to get this in the box. And we all know Boxycharm, $21 a month. This paid for the whole thing. I am wearing the shade today, Lolita. I've heard so much about this shade, so I was really excited to get it, to try it. I really like it. It goes on really easy. It's a great fall shade. I was seeing that there were some other shades that I was like, oh, I would have liked that too. I did not get the hot pink one. I know so many of you guys did get the hot pink one. So again, if you don't like that shade and you can't get somebody in the Facebook group to trade with you or to sell it, local women's shelter. Help a friend out. Help your sisters out. Okay, I'm on the pink one. They have a picture on their Instagram where they're showing a picture of the pink one. And there are so many people saying they got the bright pink one, or they got a shade that does not suit them, and they have already filled out their survey. So Boxycharm, what do I have to do to make you know what I want? So I'll tell you what Boxycharm is saying. They are saying, at this time, we are working extremely hard to be able to, in the near future, implement the beauty quiz to personalize boxes. Our quiz is available to all charmers so we can have an idea of your preferences. This is a new feature that has only recently become available. Cheers to Chelsea said, I'm getting Lolita, and I've always wanted to try this color. Me too. I like it. I'm getting bow and arrow. So excited, says Anna Monique. And that's the color that I was also eyeballing. Colors are so hard. That's why it's almost hard to put bold shades in there, guys. Because I'm like, ah. Wow, this is stunning, says Mitchie's Makeup. I need this shade, says One Queen Doer. So she wants the bold pink. There are people out there that want that bold pink. You might be able to find someone. Mostly this is all about color shades, and no one's really saying much about the formula. I think because this has been around for so long and people know that it is a quality formula. It is matte. Some people don't like matte liquid lipsticks, so that may be the other issue. But other than that, I'm really enjoying the shade. I'm definitely going to be using it this fall and winter. I think it's going to be beautiful for a lot of the looks I'm going to be doing. Tell me the color you got below, and have you ever tried to use any of those Facebook or Instagram groups to like trade or share or sell? Because some of our friends in the comments below might be interested to know how your experience was with that. The box that I received is worth $134. That is so much value for $21 a month. This is what everything I got. I'm really enjoying it. I'm gonna still play around and try things, and you guys know I'm always gonna do my quarterly Boxycharm reviews to let you know more in depth what have I been thinking and feeling after trying the product even longer. And now I'm gonna be getting into these spoilers. I do spoilers every month at the end of the video, so that way if you don't like spoilers, now's the opportunity for you to give them the like, give me the comment below, pause the video, and tell me that you'll see me in the next one. But if you're ready, I have spoilers not just for next month's regular Boxycharm, but for the December Boxyluxe box as well. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. If not, bye friends. I'll see you in the next video. Mwah. See ya. Now, 3, 2, 1. Next month is looking pretty interesting. What do you guys think about that? There's more and more being leaked towards the end of the year, so it's kind of intriguing. And then there's always Boxyluxe, and I know so many of you are really excited because you know you were on the wait list for December. So tell me your thoughts about that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you happen to be new to my crazy fun little channel here, I hope you take a quick moment to hit that subscribe button down below to see all of the fun, loud, weird, sometimes about Boxycharm videos that I do every single week. Bye friends!